Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a tag video, as you can tell from the title. This was a tag started by Samantha March, and I actually found it through watching Paulina Beauty's channel. She did the tag and mentioned Samantha March, and so I kind of watched both of their videos. I decided to go ahead and do it for myself because you guys know I'm always in the market to try out new indie brands, and I've had my eye on certain ones that I just haven't had a chance to try yet. So I figured creating this list would kind of help drive me towards trying these brands faster, and so you don't forget about ones that exist, because there's so many really great indie brands out there. They're just waiting to be discovered. So I figured I would go ahead and film this video, and if you guys have suggestions for brands that I didn't mention, definitely leave me a comment, because I'm not limiting myself to just trying 9 new brands. If there's other brands out there that you guys know of that I should check out, let me know. You guys know I love discovering new indie brands. So I'll put like some pictures up if it's like a certain palette or whatever that I've been interested in so you guys can see it. So I'll scooch over a little bit so we have some space. So I do have my list on my phone here. If you see me looking down, that's why. So first up on the list is Juvia's Place. I know, have I been living under a rock? I swear I have never tried a Juvia's Place palette, and they're all so beautiful, and I think it's just that by the time that they started really picking up steam, their stuff was selling out frequently, and then when it came back in stock, they had so many palettes, it was like I didn't know where to begin. But their newest palette, the Tribe palette, that one, it was like the second I started seeing people posting images of it and filming videos with it, that palette just kind of spoke to me. I love the oranges, I love the greens. It just definitely seems like a palette that I would love and that I could see myself getting use out of. So I have a feeling that's going to be my first Juvia's Place purchase. I haven't bought it yet. I have a feeling I'm gonna probably end up with some Ulta gift cards for Christmas, so at least I can get that at Ulta. So I probably will be making my first Juvia's Place purchase coming up in the new year, but I have a feeling it'll be with that palette. The next brand that I want to try, I don't really feel like is an indie brand, but it's one that I've been wanting to try for a while and I haven't gotten around to it, so I'm including it on this list because I am determined to try some of their products out, and that is BH Cosmetics. I haven't tried one of their eyeshadow palettes. I think maybe like way long ago back in the day I might have tried something, but I hear such good things about their baked shadow formula, and I kind of was on the fence about buying the original Zodiac palette that they came out with, and I ended up not buying it. But the newest one they came out with, not the Capricorn one, but the Zodiac Love Signs palette, I really like that. I love the kind of like reds and like copperies, and I don't know, it's just really pretty. It definitely kind of drew me in. So I have a feeling I'm probably going to also be buying that when I make a little post-Christmas Ulta purchase. And I'll probably end up getting that Love Signs palette. I don't know if I'll do any of the other ones. They are pretty affordable. That's kind of the other reason why I wanted to try them, is I like doing videos for you guys that are showing off affordable products whenever I can. And I hear such good things about BH Cosmetics, so I figure it's probably time to give them a try. So they are my number 2 brand that I plan on trying in 2019. Number 3 is Blush Tribe. Again, I still haven't tried Blush Tribe, but I hear such good things about it. So that's kind of where a lot of these are coming from, is I've just heard constant good things about some of these companies, and I'm just like, why have I not purchased from them yet? Blush Tribe is one of them. I kind of just haven't wanted any of the palettes previously, because either I had something similar in my collection, or I just didn't really need to spend the money at the time, because I am trying to be more careful about how I'm buying things. But I really am kind of interested in the new Paulina palette that they came out with in collaboration with Paulina's Beauty. It's just so beautiful. The greens, the pinks, the purples, it's just a fun palette, especially after watching her video on it. So I think that might be my first purchase if it's in stock right now, or going to be in stock. I'm not quite sure because I haven't checked. I'm not really planning to buy anything right this second. I'm trying to not buy anything until December's over because, Christmas. But I do think that's probably gonna be my first purchase, but I may pick up one of their other palettes as well, or maybe if they come out with a new one in 2019, I might pick up that one. But I definitely wanna give Blush Tribe a shot. They have such beautiful, colorful palettes, and like I said, I just hear good things nonstop about them, so I gotta give them a try. So the 4th brand that I want to try in 2019 is Looksy Beauty. So I had never really heard of them before this year, and I believe it was one of Angelica Nika's videos that kind of introduced me to them. She uses a lot of their singles. She uses them in these like quads that she does, or using them for kind of like dupes, and they just look really gorgeous. I definitely want to start increasing my kind of single shadow collection, because I do get sucked in by palettes, but it is fun to have singles, and I love videos that like Angelica does or Amy Loves Makeup, where they do like their own version of a palette, or they're trying to do like all one color scheme, and it seems like it's really easy to pull from singles that way. And I think it's also harder sometimes to envision what you have in your collection when it's in a bunch of different palettes scattered around. So I do want to buy more singles, and Looksy Beauty is going to be one of those brands that I buy from. Another brand that I plan to purchase some singles from is Sydney Grace. I've seen a lot about Sydney Grace, especially with things like the dupes. I don't know if you remember the Tarte like April Fool's palette that they kind of jokingly showed and then everybody fell in love with, and then Sydney Grace ended up duping the palette and selling singles, and they just looked really beautiful. And they do that a lot where they will show dupes of a popular palette compared to some shadows they have. And like I said, the colors look gorgeous, the quality looks great. Everybody that I've heard speak about the quality and their shadows just has nothing but good things to say. So I definitely want to give them a try. So between Looksy and Sydney Grace, I will definitely be purchasing a good amount of single shadows. But if you guys know another brand that is good for single shadows, then let me know in the comments below so I can check them out as well. Okay, moving on to number 6. The next brand that I would like to purchase from in 2019 is Glamlight Cosmetics. If you don't know who that is, they made the pizza palette. So I didn't purchase the pizza palette. I wasn't really too interested in it at first, but the more that I'm seeing actual images of them, swatches of it, you know, eye looks that are done with the palette, the more I'm kind of getting interested and wanting it. So I don't know what their restocking plan is. I haven't looked that far into it because I'm not really wanting to buy anything right this second. But if they do restock it in January, I probably will go ahead and order it. I watched Jeffree Star's video on it, and the pigmentation, oh my God, like the orange tones, they were just so gorgeous. And then I've seen a couple photos on Instagram that people have done with it. And I know Amy Loves Makeup picked it up, so I'm looking forward to her video because I'm sure she'll probably do more than one look. And I always like seeing different options with the palette, especially with one with that many fun colors. So hopefully they'll do kind of more fun palettes like that in the future. Hopefully it's not just like one gimmick and done, because I like the gimmicky themed stuff. I think the pizza idea was adorable. So hopefully they'll have other stuff in the future, but I will probably pick up the pizza palette if it comes back in stock in January. If not, I'll just hang on until they come out with something else, and hopefully it will be something that interests me. Another brand that I want to try due to a fun themed palette is Me Glo Cosmetics. So they teased this shot of a palette called the Juicy Olive palette. I don't know what the inside looks like yet, but all I know is if you're gonna call something a Juicy Olive palette and have a dirty martini on the front, I'm hoping it's filled with some really gorgeous green tones. And if that's the case, and if it's got really beautiful tones on the inside, I am definitely buying that palette. So obviously I'm gonna be waiting to see what the inside of the palette looks like before I definitely make my decision that I'm gonna buy it. If it doesn't speak to me, then I'll hold off until maybe they come out with something that does, but I'm really hoping that it lives up to the name of Juicy Olive and has some really gorgeous green tones. So the number 8 brand that I want to try is Lethal Cosmetics. They're another brand that I heard of through Angelica's channel, and I saw it on her Instagram. She swatched their Hive palette. It looks so beautiful. I like the fact that you can kind of customize the arrangement of them. I don't know if I will end up picking up that palette specifically. I do really like the shades in it, but I really want to give them a try, so I definitely will have them on my list of brands to try out in 2019. And last but not least, number 9 on the list is Dominique Cosmetics. So again, this is another brand that's a smaller brand, but is now being sold in Ulta. I've kind of, you know, every time she's come out with a palette, I've looked at it, I've liked it, I've thought about buying it, and then I just never did. And then I didn't really feel one way or another about that, which to me says something. I was really interested in the Lemonade palette at first, and then it didn't get the greatest reviews, so I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it. And then recently she released the Berries and Cream palette, and every time I watch her do a video with it, it just looks so beautiful. It makes me want to buy it. But then it's like, I look at the palette itself in a picture and then I don't want to buy it. So I've just been very on the fence about her products, but I do want to try at least something out. So I'm putting it on the list for next year. If I decide to cave and get the Berries and Cream palette, then you guys will probably see a video on it. But I think I might hold out a little longer just to see what she comes out with next. But I do want to give the brand a try. All right, so those are the 9 brands that I plan to try in 2019. If there's another brand that I didn't mention that you think I would like, please leave me a comment below so that I can also check them out. And if you've used any of these brands that I mentioned and you have like a favorite palette or color shade, whatever it is, let me know so that I can kind of like know what to look for when I do start purchasing from some of these brands. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.